So here we go with what he's got. The Legacy Engram is for heavy weapons. Now, I have to start off this Xur report with a disclaimer and a warning. Do not buy the Legacy Engram. Unless you, for some reason, really still want a Gallahorn and you don't have one. You missed out on Gallahorn Day. Or maybe you never got the super good advice, bounty. Something like that. Do not buy the Legacy Engram. Because it's a year 1 weapon. And look at how much it costs. 31 strange coins. I'm telling you, right now, don't make the mistake and buy this engram. Don't do it. Don't do it! A friend of mine did it last week, and he wasted 62 coins. So I am giving you this warning fairly. Do not buy this engram. It is not a good deal. Year 1 weapons only. So don't buy it. Don't buy it. Unless you desperately need a year 1 weapon. Otherwise, stay to the right. Now let's get to his real deals. For the Titan, it's the Immolation Fists. These are a new pair of gauntlets. They give you the Explosive Pyre perk, which is in the Sunbreaker skill tree. It allows you to pick one of the other perks in that tree. I'm not on a Titan, or else I would show you the tree. But it's an interesting perk. That's the main one. Gives you the Explosive Pyre for free, which allows you to get enemies brought down by your hammer explode, chaining fiery solar damage to other enemies. Now, on my Titan, I have been using this perk in the skill tree, so now I'll be able to use something else and still get this if I wear these. Although they look like they should carry a lot of ammo, I don't know if they have an ammo perk. Nope, they do not. Hand cannon loader, shotgun loader. We got bonus grenade energy on melee hits, but I would take this one, increase melee attack speed. We got increased intellect or increased strength, because it's intellect and strength. And so that's what you got here. Not a bad option. I don't know how good they look. But, hey. They are Sunbreaker specific. So there you go. If you're looking for a Sunbreaker exotic, you've got it. Over here, we've got the Celestial Nighthawk for the Hunter. Now, I've talked about the virtues of this helmet in the past. It gives you 1 golden gunshot, but it gives you 6 times the damage. This is a very good helmet. With the Acleophage Symbiote helmet not being carried over for year 2, this really does sort of give you a different perspective on using the golden gun. It turns the golden gun into almost a Nova Bomb type of powerful weapon. Or even, the Fist of Havoc, but you can do it from a distance. So you've got that power. And it also has keyhole, so if your enemies are lined up, hey, even better. This is great for bosses, and I've heard it even works well to make sure you get Oryx down during the final battle in King's Fall. So, a lot of good uses for this helmet. I would say pick one up. For Warlocks, we've got the classic, original Heart of the Proxic Fire. When Radiance is active, increased agility and decreased ability cooldowns. And let's take a look here. This one we can take a look at. As you can see here, it looks pretty damn cool now that it works with shaders. I'm currently wearing the Detroit Lions shader, or the Warlock-specific shader you get for doing the level 40 quest. I call it the Detroit Lions because most of these look like football teams, and this one has got the Lions colors, no doubt. But you can see, the Heart of the Proxic Fire looks awesome. I pined for this for a long time before I finally got one. Like I praise the sun, it decreases all your Radiance cooldowns, although, truth be told, it seems like Radiance has been nerfed quite a bit now, and everything takes a lot longer to return. But, it's still, Heart of the Proxic Fire does still help you. Increase intellect, increase discipline, scout rifle ammo, or shotgun ammo. It used to be, you got special weapon perk or heavy weapon perk, but now it's either scout or shotgun here. Void burn defense, which is, if you're in void burn, hey, that's helpful. solar armor if you're wearing you get increased armor when using a solar-based subclass. And since this is for Radiance Sunsingers, it's a nice match. So yeah, if you don't happen to have a year 2 version of this yet, I'd say pick it up. I will say this, and most of this is going to be discussing the engram here. Now, if you remember a few weeks ago when Xur 4.0 first arrived, I mentioned that I bought a lot of these helmet engrams. Now, what I didn't know at the time, and what we've discovered since, is that buying them at that point was a bit of a waste. What you want to do is, if you've reached the 300 level, that's when engrams can become very important. And I'm buying 3 here. Now, the reason for this is simple. When you reach level 300 or higher, your engrams will start to decode at 310. I don't know if it happens every time. It has for me. But basically, now if I were to go, we're going to take a little extended tour after this to go take a look at my engrams. But basically, once you get to 300, exotics start coming out at 310. So you have to take that now as a caveat when you're buying these, because you're buying at 280 from here. So, you know, if the chest engram comes up, maybe you'd be able to get a Heart of the Practice Fire at 310, or you would have to infuse it. So, you know, I mean, obviously with the Nighthawk, you know, you could guarantee yourself one, or you could buy the engram. Either way, you have a chance, but, you know, it just rolls like that. You know, you have 290, of course, is what you get on normally before you get to 300, but once you get to 300, then you start having that chance at the 310s. So we're going to take a look at that in just a second. We'll take a look at what he's got here. We got Emerald Coil, we got Void Drive, we got Heavy Ammo Synth, and we got the 3 of Coins. And I'll buy a little more of those, as these have been working pretty well for me. Even after the nerf they did, you're not really going to farm them, but if you're putting those on when you're fighting bosses and doing strikes and all that, you will get engrams. So I do think it's a worthwhile thing to have on hand. So there we go. That's what Xur's got this week, and now we're going to go take a look here. I'll take one brief look at my character here. As you see, right now I am exactly at 300. Probably because of the weapons I equipped. I'm going to equip a different weapon in this slot here. Actually, I'll equip 3 different weapons. Conspiracy Theory, my Arc Sword, and now I'm up to 304. And I've got 3 engrams. I bought one earlier, and I got this, the Obsidian Mind at 310. So we're going to go take a look and see what I get now. I also had got one dropped from me from my 3 of Coins, and that turned into a 310 Empyrean Bellicose, which is a Titan helmet, and it's currently in my locker, or vault. So we're going to go see what I get with these 3 to close out this week's Xur Report, and just to show you, hopefully they all turn out to be 310, or else, you know, we'll find out for sure it's only a chance of 310 and not guaranteed. So here we go. 3 more. First one. Another Obsidian Mind. But it's 310, and it's all intellect, so now I have a debate. I'll probably keep this one because it's got the health orbs pickup, which I'm a fan of. This one has invigoration, which is gain bonus melee. Yeah, I'm fairly sure I'm going to keep the first one. So, but what I can do with this, though, is because it's 310, after I'm done buying engrams, I can use it to infuse. So these engrams are going to be great for infusion, too. So let's see what I get in the other 2. The Stag. Well, that's good. And yet, that's 3 out of 4 Obsidian Minds. But again, I'm not too upset. They're all 310. This one's all intellect, much like, oh, okay, this is the new one. Intellect and discipline. But like I said, I think I'm going to keep this one. Intellect and strength. Replenish health when you pick up an orb. I think I'm going to keep that one. This is a 295 here. This is a 287. I'm actually going to use this 295 to infuse... No, wait, actually. Let's do it a different way. This is a 280. Well, I might buy more helmet engrams. So, for now, I'm going to use my old stag here to infuse this helmet. And this is a 295 stag, one that I, upgraded. Discipline and strength. My new one's intellect and discipline, so that's nice. The other perks are similar, so here we go. Yeah, I took it to only to 293. That's alright. That's alright. So I've got 2 obsidian. That's interesting. That's a 290. You know what I may have done? I may have already deleted a 310. No, no. You know what? It's looking like one of them didn't come out at 310, so maybe it's only a chance, but if you get extras, you got a chance here. So I've got a 290 here, but I'm gonna probably use to infuse helmets on another character. So that's gonna do it this week. That's the Xur Report with a little addition of engram talk. I am the King, aka the Scott, and we'll see you next week. Eat a dick.